Hi, this is Paul Gerst from the Balanced Path Wellness Center. It's time for another episode of On Your Natural Health. Today I was reflecting back on an article I wrote, let's say approximately 20 years ago. It was somewhere on either side of 2000, 2001. And I was in practice in the state of Wisconsin at the time, and I wrote an article on that was titled "Aging Gracefully," and I was seeing a lot of seniors in my practice at the time, and excuse me, and a lot of people were asking the question, could I have avoided these circumstances that I have now, and these chronic diseases that I have and whatnot. And the short answer is we don't know, but the longer answer is well, we have behaviors that when we live without this in our life, it's backwards. When we live without balance, when we live in a state of excess or a state of deficiency, meaning we either consume too much of something, or we think too much of something, or we, of course, if we do the opposite, we're going to be out of balance. And so a lot of the article that I was focused on was, of course, written from then the perspective of a 30-something, like seniors want to hear from a 30-something, about, hey, this is how you do it. But from a clinician standpoint, textually, of course, we learn things, and it doesn't mean we don't have anything to say about it. It's just now that I'm on the other side of that, on the shady side of the slope, if you will, and I'm on the other side of that coin, the idea of balance, or like what balance is slightly different than what it was when I was in my 30s. And it's interesting because our perspective just naturally changes, of course, because the accumulated experiences that we have, and our ability to take lessons, to get things. Boy, there's so many people who think they get things, and bottom line is they don't. And you can always catch people when they talk about having to repeat lessons over and over again. And not to say it's about throwing it back in their face, but the idea that, boy, you sure don't learn, for somebody who thinks they get it, you sure don't learn a lot of lessons that are given to you. So living in balance is really about, what I hear from people, or maybe times see from people, is talking a good game, but the actually doing, the living the balance is difficult. And I was being self-critical about this lately, saying, boy, I know the path, but I don't always walk the path. And I think that this isn't about you beating yourself up, or me for that matter. It's about us being honest with ourselves. I've said that before, and will continue to say it. And it's about, like, what is your truth? What are you living your truth? And I think a lot of the times the answer for all of us is, like I say, a lot of the times it's no. We feel good. We might feel good about ourselves when we are walking our path. But what derails us? What gets us off that path? If it's such a good thing for us, why are we struggling so much with that? And I'm asking that somewhat rhetorically. It's not like I have all the answers there, but the idea is that we have a reward system built in, set up in our heads, meaning what brings us pleasure. And that's not always the things that are good for our health, of course, and most of you are well aware of that. And And so we kind of get into well, it brings up that again, that question of balance. How much are you striving for things that are reaching for things that aren't all that great for your health, and how much do you, reach for those things that do? And I think we all know somebody who is so hyper focused on doing healthy things that sometimes they're hard to be around. Sometimes they're annoying. Whether it's that we might feel guilty, we might be putting our own guilt or shame on the situation and taking it out on that person, or maybe they are being judgy and higher than thou and that kind of thing, which is never fun. But I think from the standpoint of balance, it's really just what am I doing? What is my intent for my day today? What am I going to do for myself to make myself a better person? Whether it's going for a walk, meditating, nature bath, going for a massage, or an acupuncture treatment, reading an article, reading a book, whatever, calling a friend, calling your parents, calling your son, calling your daughter. Those things are, we do things, and I think we kind of have that running tab in our head, like, hey, was today a good day? Was I a good person today? Did I do good things? Did I help others? Did I help myself? Did I do right by myself? Or did I have a tough day? And then the key is did you forgive yourself? Are you able to truly forgive yourself and move on, and then have a good day the next day? I think those, when we string good days together like that, that is the best we can do as humans. And and then of course, as I've mentioned before, when you're really putting in the effort to heal from chronic health issues, and you're making that concerted move, then it's going to take more work and more successes, and you have less room for error. But anyway, so this is as you can imagine, a topic we can talk about for a long period of time. Balance is an issue that's oversimplified, as so many things in our culture are. But we really need to delve into things, dig deeper and say, okay, what is this really about? So whatever your balanced path is, I hope you find it and walk it successfully the majority of the time, and that health and happiness find you. This is Paul Gerst from the Balanced Path Wellness Center. Thanks for listening to another episode of On Your Natural Health.